chance to hear it, so let her tell it. People on the streets say Sabrina speaks. Tune into the show, she will let you know. Tell all your friends and family. Real talk is no joke. You get the news straight up from grassroots and concerns. You hear some people gone. So tell all your friends to tune in to
Good evening, Cayman. I'm Sabrina Turner, and welcome to Sabrina Speaks, your daily dose of clarity, truth, and community insights. Every weekday from 5 to 6:30 p.m., we're tackling the issues that affect you, from national headlines to grassroots concerns. Whether you're in traffic or winding down your day, this is your chance to hear it straight and speak your truth. So buckle up, Cayman. We're not holding back.
This is the show. We gotta let you know. Now we got to go.
And now here's Sabrina.
There we go. There we go. Welcome, one and all. It's good to be back with you here. And welcome to another episode of Sabrina Speaks, Voices of the Islands, Conversations for the World, and the podcast where voices rise, stories unfold, and inspiration continues to take center stage. Yes, I am your host, Sabrina. We're broadcasting from the beautiful Cayman Islands, yes, and a very warm welcome to everyone tuned in live and those who will be listening a little later. So whether you're listening from home or at work or on the road, or yes, I can't believe I'm saying this already, or picking up the little ones from school, even though today's the first day, I know a lot of you have made alternate arrangements as you just take your time to get back into the groove of things. Yes. You're tuned in to Sabrina Speaks, your community conversation space, your civic awareness platform as well, and your place for clarity, compassion, and as we connect with one another. And we don't make seas. We don't make oceans either separate us, because that is the power of podcasting. Yes. And we are happy to be right here with you again, hopefully for another thought-provoking civic awareness conversation. But without you, it is not possible, because we love your feedback. We like your connection. And yes, we love you being a part of it. But today's a special day across our islands. Yes, you heard me talking about it pretty much all week as you build up to the momentum, and bang, it's here, because it's the first official day for school for all students in our government school system. So from East End to West Bay and 𝗵𝗵𝗃, right here to our capital, Georgetown. Yes. So to every parent, to every teacher, to every principal, bus driver, bus warden, every support staff member, and every student who walked into those doors this morning, we're sending lots of love for you today. Not only love, encouragement as well, and strength for the year ahead. Yes, because we're all proud of you, and we're going to be looking forward to a very good 2026-2027 academic year from all of you. And as we celebrate our children returning to the classroom, we're also pause on a much heavier note. And, our thoughts and our hearts and prayers go out to the people of Nepal, yes, especially to the Nepalese community living here in the Cayman Islands, following, and I'll be going a little bit more into this with you, following the devastating landslide, and that triggered now what is coming out, that triggered a tremor that struck their homeland. So we just want you to know that, we see you and we hold space for your grief and your worry today, because I know it must be hard. Cayman is a home to many, many cultures, and one hurts. When one hurts, we all feel it. So this afternoon, we're going to be diving into a development. Yes, and congratulations to all of the people in West Bay. You must be jumping with joy. Yes, I'm talking about a moment that speaks directly to the future of our children. And the government has announced the expansion of Sir John A. Cumber Primary School into the former Kittywinks preschool site. And it's a move that is shaped by population growth, district pressure as well. Funny enough, before that article made it, weren't we talking about that yesterday? And day before as well, I think. Yeah, because today is Wednesday. We were talking about the need and population growth and all this sort of stuff, and West Bay being one who's also advocating for another school, or possibly a high school similar to that of Clifton Hunter. And bang, there you know it. It makes news headlines here today. But yet, district pressure and the need for more early years and special education spaces as well. So today my aim on this episode is to break it all down, what this expansion means for West Bay families, how population growth as well is reshaping school planning across Cayman, and the opportunities and challenges in our public education system. We're going to do our best to break it down, because it's always something to learn, always something to put a spotlight on, and, for civic awareness, because we'll also be looking into the history and evolution of, uniform and grooming policies, meaning how you keep yourself. Don't use that out of context. And what West Bay's rising really means for the future of our children. So yes, we're going to talk, we're going to learn, and we're going to, of course, the lines are always open as the summer edition comes to a wind down here, open mic segments session here on Sabrina Speaks, and we want to hear from you. So should this not tickle your fancy and you want to talk about something else, maybe you're one of those parents who are like, OMG, it was hard for me to get out of bed. Yes, the traffic is building. The kids went off to school. We're seeing lots of pictures on social media with kids' first day back to school, all the stories, all of the chatter that's going to be happening this evening around the tables and all that sort of stuff. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm excited for you guys because, before you know it, those little ones will be practicing for, guess what? The Christmas concert. That's how quickly time flies. They're going back after summer holidays, and in no time, they will be practicing for a Christmas concert. And for those who are stepping out for the first time, I know those concerts are jam-packed because it's your first one. They're so little bitty. And you just want to see them all dressed in their beautiful little frills or their nice little tuxedos with their Christmas festive colors. You can tell I love Christmas. Yes, I do. But yes, I deliberately went there only because it's just showing you how quickly time is flying. And just a few days ago, it's like, we were excited for the summer vacation, going away for the summer holidays. And now it's all over. Yes. So stick and stay with me today, but please, please, please remember that, as always, the summer edition is proudly sponsored by Bridgepoint Immigration Consulting. Appointment only for professional guidance. Give them a buzz today. WhatsApp as well is fine. 938-1337. And they are the bridge that helps you move confidently into your next chapter, no matter what it is. Navigating immigration sometimes is not easy. Bridgepoint Immigration Consultancy is there for you. Now, please be reminded, yes, the phone lines are always open here on Sabrina Speaks, and the views expressed by callers, guests, and online commenters are their own, not those of Bridge Media Limited, its affiliates, the Sabrina Speaks Show, or the host. This program is for general information only and not a substitute for legal, medical, financial, or professional advice. Now, all participants are reminded to speak responsibly and respectfully. Any content that is is defamatory, discriminatory, unlawful, or harmful, is strictly prohibited and will not be endorsed or tolerated. Now, however, you're tuning in and listening, whether or not you call in, you WhatsApp, you comment on the streams below, your continued participation implies acceptance of this disclaimer. Please continue to make sure you like and follow and share the page with your friends so you're always notified and never miss an episode of Sabrina Speaks. And for all of our new followers, oh my gosh, it's amazing. The reels that we placed on our departed icon, Dolly, has just blown up. Yeah. And we got a lot of new followers. And for all of you from all over the world, we're broadcasting from the beautiful Cayman Islands. And yes, if you've never been here before, you got to come on board. We share a lot. You get to know us like Harry. Where's Harry? Harry has been quiet. Yeah, like Harry's never been, but he's Caymanian. He's a virtual Caymanian now. He got his papers. He's going to go and live in Little Cayman. But from all of you from around the world who continuously log on to this live, yes, you're trying to figure out the flag. Yes, we're a British overseas territory jurisdiction. Yes, we're not an independent jurisdiction. We still are controlled and ruled by the United Kingdom, but we're located in the Caribbean. Yes, and we are the beautiful Cayman Islands. So we welcome you, and we hope that you stick and stay, and you also share it with your friends, and that you will take away and learn so much about our history, our culture, and know exactly what's happening here in the Cayman Islands. And for my regulars, my locals, my regional brothers and sisters, it's always good to have you jumping on the live with us. Yes, Monday to Friday from 5 until 7 local time, right here on the Sabrina Speaks live podcast, compliments. And of course, it wouldn't be possible without the vessel, the founder, 𝗂𝘂𝗺tv.com. Yes, let's see what's happening with the weather forecast here for this evening. And oh my gosh, what's going on with the weather? And this, I'm not only talking about locally, I'm talking all over the world. Oh my goodness. There is a news article, though, that I'll be sharing with you. And yeah, very interesting, but oh my goodness. Compliments of our friends there at the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. Yes, let's take a look at today's forecast for this evening. Yep. The synopsis is calling for a tropical wave over the Northwest Caribbean is expected to drift over the Cayman area early tomorrow morning. However, with relatively dry mid-levels, limited showers is expected. As we can see from the radar imageries, there is scattered showers in and around our area, but we just got to make plans accordingly. And that is what we're looking for, where our radar imageries are showing. For tonight, the forecast is calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will fall near the low 80s and winds will be easterly 5 to 10 knots. Now, seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. There will be a high tide at 8:52 p.m., a low tide at 3:03 tomorrow morning, and another high is expected at 8:45. Sun will set this evening at 6:44 and sun will rise tomorrow morning at 6:10. The outlook is calling for a decrease in the chance of showers through Thursday, despite another tropical wave is forecasted to move across the area during the latter part of Friday. We will definitely keep you abreast with all the happenings that's happening with our weather. And yes, we are doing that. Compliments of our friends there at the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. Good to see you all joining us. I expect a lot of you to be a little late this evening. That's okay as you get back into the regular groove of things, getting all of those flyers and notices from the schools, making sure that you haven't overlooked anything. That's okay. Jump in on the live anytime. And for those of you who are here, please don't forget to share it with your friends that we are live, because this is some new stuff happening in the District of West Bay as we continue to see our education blossom in areas that has been screaming for other facilities and expanded education services in West Bay. Yeah, you got to stick and stay to hear more. And let's take a look at what's happening in our local news here for today as we continue to acknowledge, yes, First day of school, 2026-2027, because students across the Cayman Islands returned to government school today as the 2026-2027 academic year officially began. Now, education officials says updated rules and policies are now in effect to strengthen safety, improve learning, and support student well-being. Parents are being encouraged to stay actively involved throughout the year, while students are reminded to follow the guidelines set for their own welfare and success. Now, the ministry and the entire Cayman Islands is wishing all families a positive start to the new school year. And in other local news, making the Sabrina Speaks show today, we're seeing where 𝗂𝘂𝗺𝗀 𝗂𝘂𝗺 sworn in as acting deputy governor. Chief Officer for the Ministry of Education and Training, 𝗂𝘂𝗺𝗂𝗂𝗁 was formally sworn in today as acting deputy governor, a role she assumed on Friday, the 21st of August. Now, her appointment runs through August 30th and supports continuity in leadership during this period. The ministry has extended congratulations to Ms. 𝗂𝘂𝗺, noting her commitment to public service and the experience she brings to the position. 𝗪𝗂𝗺𝗃 expansion, yes, which we will be going in more to today, because Education Minister Ralston Anglin has announced that 𝗪𝗂𝗃 Primary School will expand into the former Kitty-Winks preschool site in West Bay. Now, the ministry purchased the property for about $6.5 million, allowing the school to add 4 reception classes and introduce 2 autism-specific classrooms for Key Stage 1 students. Teachers have already begun have already been recruited, and the additional space will help meet growing demand in the district. Now, the expansion forms part of several major capital projects that are underway as the new academic year begins. We continue with local news here this evening. Passport to Success Cohort 41 graduation. Yes, I'm talking. Have been celebrated the graduation of Cohort 41 on Monday at the Georgetown Yacht Club, recognizing 15 students who completed the program and gained valuable work experience and career-ready skills. Now, Education Minister Ralston Anglin congratulated the graduates, praising their commitment to investing in their future and encouraging them to stay focused as they move forward. He also thanked parents, mentors, employers, and facilitators for their support. Now, the program says it looks forward to seeing the accomplishment of Cohort 41 in the years ahead. As we take and turn our attention this evening to news making international headlines here on the Sabrina Speaks, yes, Nepal glacier collapse and flash flood update. Yes, experts now believe a glacier collapse may have triggered the deadly flash flood near Nepal's border with Tibet after new satellite images show a large section of ice breaking away and crashing into the valley. Now, officials says an earthquake minutes earlier may have also contributed. Nearly 100 bodies have been recovered and more than 300 travelers remain missing as debris continues to block access to the area. Scientists warn that warming temperatures and rapid snowmelt may have intensified conditions leading to the disaster. And like I said, our thoughts and prayers go out to all of the Nepalese communities and everyone who unfortunately found themselves in the path of this landslide. You don't even know what it is. Earthquake, tremor, but nevertheless, our thoughts and prayers go out to all of you. The world's oceans have reached their hottest temperatures ever recorded, raising to 21.1 degrees Celsius or about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, according to Europe's 𝗂𝗫 Climate Service. Scientists says that the heat is being driven by rapidly intensifying El Niño and long-term human-caused warming, putting immense pressure on marine ecosystems and global weather patterns. Now, warmer oceans fueled stronger storms, hotter nights, and rising risk to fisheries and food security. Experts warn temperatures are climbing unusually early, with further warming expected as El Niño peaks later this year. We see out of the UK where Britain's civil defence planning has been accelerated amid renewed concerns over potential threats from Russia. According to reports from Britain News Channel, the Cabinet Office has been urged to speed up preparations for the nation's home defense program, which links military and civilian emergency plannings under the 𝗂𝘂𝗺𝗍 Committee. Some elements previously scheduled for 2035 have now been brought forward to 2030. Now, official says the move follows a week of heightened rhetoric from Moscow, with departments coordinating to ensure communities can receive rapid assistance in a national crisis. We see the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted expedited approval to Revolution Medicine's new pancreatic cancer drug, sold under the brand name Roseneic. Clinical trials showed the once-daily pill nearly doubled survival time for patients with metastatic pancreatic cancer compared to standard chemotherapy, reducing the risk of death by 60%. Now, the drug targets RAS-driven tumor growth and mutation present in more than 90% of pancreatic cancers. The Food and Drug Administration official says that this approval offers a critical new option for one of the deadliest and hardest to treat cancers. A story we've carried here last week. Yes, I'm talking about 𝗂𝘂𝗊𝗋. The masked suspect has now been arrested in Las Vegas, because the cross-country manhunt has now ended in Las Vegas, where U.S. Marshals arrested 22-year-old Ẓ Hughes, the man accused of terrorizing several people near Philadelphia City Hall while wearing a 𝗂𝘂-style mask. Investigators says Hughes fled the region on August 19, flying from New Jersey to Orlando and then to Nevada. He's now through extensive surveillance. He was tracked through extensive surveillance and taken into custody at an apartment complex. Now, police alleged he chased and threatened at least 6 people, including a jogger he confronted with words. And yes, are you ready to die? Marshall says he could not outrun their investigation. Well, now for all of those faring, he's now been captured. As we look at the business wrap-up for today, yes, U.S. markets closed mixed today as investors stayed cautious ahead of major tech earnings. Now, the Dow slipped slightly while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ held near flat. Brent crude eased in the mid-$90 range and WTI settled the low 90s. Gold was steady in the mid-2,400s while industrial metals ended mixed. In currency trading, the U.S. dollar strengthened modestly and the euro and pound edged lower, and regional currencies holding stable. Analyst says market remain in a wait-and-see mode ahead of key economic data that is expected later this week. That concludes our news segment here, local and international, for this evening on Sabrina Speaks. It's so good to be with you all today. Yes, happy Wednesday. We have made it. Yes, for some, feels like the first day of the week because school is back in. Nevertheless, guess what? We're be thankful to be alive. And it's that time now where we pay tribute and shout out to all of our persons who are celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating birthday. Oh my God, August has been a very busy month. Yeah, I have seen August been so busy. Yes. Well, happy birthday to all of you who continue celebrations. If you're one of those who do it for the entire month, kudos to you. Yes. Kudos to you. Happy birthday and wishing you many, many more. Also, for those persons who may be celebrating wedding anniversaries, the same from all of us here on the Sabrina Speaks platform, wishing you many, many more. And happy anniversary. Maybe you're celebrating a milestone. Yeah. You're celebrating a milestone. We are here for it as well. Yep, we celebrate. We share the love. We're here with you. All positive vibes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Did you? If you knew what today was, that means you are a doggy mom or dad or household, because today is Happy International Dog Day. Did you know that? How much of you knew that? Are you just so taken up with your kids going back to school or just life that you did not even realize it, and you have a furry, four-footed, cuddly, yes, doggy at home? But some dogs have all the luck. Yeah. Some guys just have all the luck. And in this case, Chance, he sleeps on the job. He just sleeps. You may have seen this on Sunday. I caught him snoozing. He's snoozing right now. Yeah. And if I disturb him, he's just going to get all happy and go all over the place. But, you know, for all of those dog lovers out there, Happy International Dog Day for all of you people. I got two, but one is very stush. Bella, she's very stush. She just different. Bella's just a diva. Yeah, she don't like me. She just doesn't. Now the family has another story why, but that's okay. We will leave that to the family. But one of these days, y'all will, I guess, get it. But for everyone who knows, yes, everyone who knows, I got two. This is the love of my life. This is Chance. He's my last chance. And yes, he is adorable. And yes, Connie would know. Sandra knows. She has one of the same breeds, I think. But he is adorable. And he is definitely a lap dog. He's the sweetest little personality. He's always by my foot. You go watch it. You don't fall down. He's just, yeah. It's just full of love. Yeah. But Bella, oh God, she don't like me. Oh no, she don't. Again, it's all an inside thing. It's all an inside thing. Birthday weekend, Vigoro's love and special. Vigoro's. Oh, really? Okay, I'm getting to you. Another reminder, please. I got to make you know of this. I shared it yesterday. This is the Council for Older Persons that is inviting the public to their third annual Aging Forum that's going to be held under the theme Aging Well Together. Now, who is it for? Older persons, caregivers, family persons approaching retirement, and anyone interested in aging well. And what it's about? Councils of Older Persons, third annual Aging Forum. Now, this is going to take place on September the 26th. Oh, okay, gotcha. Virgo. Hey, registration, lunch, and networking. That's going to be at 12 o'clock, and the welcome is at 1. We're talking, this is all taking place at Indigo Hotel. And the biggest takeaway from this, it's free. All free. Yeah. Free. It's free. Who doesn't want? I tell you, we are one of the most blessed jurisdictions on the planet. Where did I get Vigoro from? That's Virgo. Oh God, can't even read, but I'm coming. Yeah, so that's a gentle reminder there on that as I grab and get ready for the next segment, because, you know, even though we are celebrating here and all of that, there are many amongst us that is mourning the loss of a loved one, and we're not going to leave you out. Oh, heck no. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you as well as you navigate this difficult time. And yes, Robbie's candlelight visual is going to happen on Friday night. So yes, please be reminded at this from 6:30 until 10:30 at the Spots Dock for Robert Keaton. Everybody knows him as Robbie. Yes. So this is going to take place on August the 28th. Please be reminded to bring your own candles for this event at the Spots Dock as we show our love and pay our last respects to Robbie. And like I said, in general, for all of those other persons who are mourning the loss of a loved one, we're definitely sending our thoughts and prayers out to you as well. Yeah. So let's see who's in the house as we get our content creators in bloom. Some people are late. I guess they never eat today. They didn't eat. So they're not taunting us with any of that delicious food, at least unless they're late to class today. I can see them being a little tied up today. But yes, I want to thank all of you for continuously sending us these beautiful images. And yeah, Green Valley Nursery has struck the chord again. Yep. But let's take a stab at, shout out to our big friend there, Aliano, who's in the house today. Good evening to you, my love. Hey, you at Jerry Springer Beach today. Well, you something else. I just hope you behave yourself. That's all I'm going to say to you. You just behave yourself. Aliana says, shout out to all the whatless father that left their mother with three children, send their children to school empty-handed again. That's not even funny, but I could hear you actually saying this in your true form. But you know what? Kudos to all of them who just did what they had to do today, and those kids were there no matter what. But yeah, it is pretty sad. Not everybody is the same, but we know we big up those moms, those guardians, those grandparents, those older siblings that have taken these children under their wings for sure. So shout outs to all of the mums who actually make sure that those kids are ready. Yeah. No, but we ain't shouting out at all, the whatless fathers. We are not going to big them up at all. Hell no. Nope. Plain and Straight is in with us. Good evening, Cayman and Sabrina. It is good to have you joining us. Dean Gillette is also with us. Early to class, listening in. Good evening, blessings. And likewise to you, my dear. Damien is joining us this evening. Yes, good evening, Damien. He says, good evening, all. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear the way for something better. The challenges, setback, and unexpected changes we face often remove obstacles, reveal hidden strengths, and guide us towards new opportunities. While storms may bring discomfort and uncertainty, they can also bring growth, wisdom, and a clearer direction. Sometimes what feels like a disruption is actually preparation for the next chapter of your journey. Well said, Damien. Thank you so much, and I hope that you are doing well. Yes, Donnie is sharing us. Donnie from Green Valley Nursery is a Virgo. Birthday weekend Virgo. Val, Lord, yes, that love is special for true. So she's going to be celebrating a birthday. And look at these. This is from Green Valley Nursery, guys. So these 3 images that I'm sharing with you, you can get these from Green Valley Nursery out there. Look at those orchids. Beautiful. Is that a ghost orchid? What kind of orchid is that one? Don't even, if it's not the ghost, then don't tell me, because I'm not going to more than like to be able to pronounce it. But this is beautiful. Yeah. You see what I tell you? All of these things you can get from Green Valley Nursery. And look in the background. I am very fast. I look beyond what is in the thing. There's other trees in the background. You see them? All of those you can get from Green Valley Nursery. If you need help to design a space, Dawn can help you. And she's not limited to some of the budding beauties that she have. You call these ornamentals. She, yes, will help you design spaces and all that good stuff. So check them out from Monday to Saturday from 7 until 4. You can't miss it, especially all of you in the Eastern districts. Yeah, check Donnie out. She's more than happy. But I wonder if she's closing early on Saturday. Clear here. She's having a birthday. OMG. Yes, I used the acronym. And look, our new content creator in Bloom is also sharing some beauties with us today. Shout outs to Damien, who's on the road and snapping beautiful images as he does his work. Oh, look at these beauties. Now, I'm quite sure, I'm not going to tell you that Donnie has any of these stuff in stock, but I'm quite sure she will be able to help you find something similar. Now, this is not a green thumb person directly. They are just out in the fields working, and they want to jump on board and be a part of the content creators in bloom here on the Sabrina Speaks platform. So yes, we are so happy for the beautiful images that are being shared with us as they execute their duties out on the road. Thank you, Damien. You're becoming very popular here with these beautiful images. Andrew is joining us this evening. Good evening. Blessed Wednesday to you as well. He's saying, Blessed Wednesday, Sabrina, global warming definitely affecting our climate and oceans. Yeah, well, that's for sure. For those of you who are constant followers of this platform will know we dedicated an entire show that spoke about the dry zones and all that sort of stuff. I am going to try and find that. I'm going to try and repeat that because it's all making sense. And you all, it was talking about a blob up north somewhere off Greenland and how the currents and all of that is flowing and how those currents and the temperature of the water creates rainfall. And it had the different zones where it had Cayman, Eastern Caribbean, then it went down to Suriname and Belize and Panama and come around to the Yucatan Peninsula. And it had it in those areas where you could get more or less rain. And it's unfortunate that the Cayman Islands was smack in the middle of the dry zone. We were like blue. And it is aligning quite well with what we're seeing happening now with this El Nino. Furthest away from the equator would be getting all kind of freaky storms and stuff, and it would be torrential rains and floods. And we're seeing it happening in New York. We're seeing freak weather happening in Orlando just yesterday, where people were at Magic Kingdom and they had to run for shelter. They said like for 1 minute it was fine. The next minute it was like the whole place was just going crazy and people had to run for shelter. There were baby strollers that were just thrown all over the place. And then nearer to the equator, you saw where the temperature changed. So I'm going to bring that back up because I did do the research on it and bring it back up. I'm going to try to find the images as well, just for emphasis, because now that you're seeing these things happening in real time, it will make sense. Now, I'm no meteorologist expert, but when you use trusted sources and it's aligning with what you're seeing happening in real time, oh my goodness. Yeah, why not? So yeah, I'm going to bring that back up. And it's all aligning. It's definitely making it all make sense. It's connecting the dots is what I'm seeing. Yep. Plain and Straight says that they knew it was International Dog Day. Yes, and Donnie is saying Virgo, not Vigoro. Oh my God, I was wondering, but yeah, I just had one of those little farts, brain farts. Barbara G is in the house. Good evening, and it's good to have you here with us. She's saying, good evening, watching you on YouTube. On my TV, forgot to sign in, I think. Have a great evening, everyone. Oh, you got the link though, right? Do you got the link? You followed the CMR channel? Well, the links are there, so you can get it there. Look at who has surfaced at 11:38 in the UK. Miss Lucille is joining us this evening. Hello, my love. How are you? Hope you're doing well. She's saying, good evening, Sabrina. Lots of blessings at home. You all be safe, love always, and be strong. Yes. God's got me, girl. Hope he got, well, not hope he got you. He's got you too, is what I meant to say. But I'm wishing you a beautiful evening. Thank you for staying up with us. It's you and a number of you guys stay up with us over there in the UK and be a part of the conversation as well. And we just want to let you know we appreciate your sacrifice. But Harry has been quiet. Where is Harry? Dawn confirmed that image that we saw was a banana orchid. Okay. Yeah. What I'm talking about, you may ask, is this beauty right here. This is a banana orchid for those of you who are not into all of these budding and flowers, and I have no clue. So that's a banana orchid. Yeah. And a veranda orchid, I think she's also saying. There was something else. Yeah. But thank you, my love, for sharing. And as we learn here together. Who is also staying up is Connie. Connie Bonnie is joining us. Good evening, Auntie Sabrina. Wow, she's back. Me back in at the place. Scene. That requires a ball out. Oh, you must be so under the weather now. Oh, having to leave that little bundle of joy, Connie Bonnie. I know that must have been one of the hardest things that you've had to do. Yeah, that must have been so hard for you to do, Connie. I know. But you know what? You got to leave to come back. And yeah, what I'm talking about, Connie has a new little grandbaby. Yes, and she was there to visit and experience the birth, and now she's back, and she had to leave this little bundle of joy behind. Yes, to the mama. Your mama is gone. Now you're going to know what it's like. And Grammy is here. So yes. But thank you, Connie, for sharing this experience with us. Congratulations to the family as well for this new bundle of joy, and welcome home. Welcome home. You were missed. Yes. Well, you said, Damien, take over where I left off. Well, sir, I'm back. Damien, competition in the house. Yes, Damien covered very well for you. And this is not Damien Henry. This is another Damien. We got Damien Henry, who is a man of words, and he shares with us such good information and words of encouragement. Yeah, but this other Damien, he is out on the road, out in the fields, and whatever he can grab, boy, he's sharing with us. But yeah, on a lighter note, we're a little different here. Yeah, so we are just here with you this evening. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for jumping on the live. If it is your first time, welcome. You're in tune to Sabrina Speaks. We are broadcasting from the beautiful Cayman Islands. Yes, and we do this Monday to Friday from what time? 5 until 7. Yes, and you're free to jump in on the live, call in. You can WhatsApp that number, and I'll put the number up here in a second. I'm just grabbing an image here. 936-8255 is the number to be a part of the conversation. If you want to call in, you want to say congratulations or happy first day back to school out to your loved ones today, whatever it is you want to look, we're all in for it. Yeah. And that 936-8255, you want to send your WhatsApp, we keep you anonymous as well. So that's the number, 936-8255, to join in and be a part of the conversation. Like I said, for those, look, North Carolina love is in. Hey, Marshall, how you doing? Good to have you with us as usual on the platform. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, for those of you just joining us, if you've seen it, everything that's happening in Nepal, oh my God, our thoughts and prayers go out to these people. You know, this evening, the images and the videos that we're seeing coming out of Nepal is just devastating. And, you know, I just want to take this moment to just, again, just look at what is happening around the world. Those people in the paths of this landslide, gosh, they did not stand a chance. The videos that I'm seeing coming out and all of this is just heart-wrenching. You know, as reports continue to come in and missing persons are being reported and all that sort of stuff, we expect the death toll, unfortunately, to rise. And now, based on latest information coming out of there, now that is mud. That look at how deep that is. Look at that. You know, they're now, this is a very tourist area. A lot of tourists actually are going this area, and they're trying to reach out to tour companies as well. Tour companies are being contacted, and it's being reported that, of course, American nationals are amongst the missing, and so are other nationalities as well. But it's time like these where, you know, you really don't even care what nationality you are. It's a life is a life. But there's going to be a lot of cleaning up here to do. A lot of assistance is going to be needed. And yeah, we know a lot of Nepalese nationals are amongst us here in the Cayman Islands. And we just want you to know that our prayers are with you guys. And we're wishing you nothing but the best. But this is real. This is happening. At first, I thought it was, these AI things. Yeah, I really thought. But then I saw where the images were coming in real time. And we're getting more information out from trusted media sources now and so forth. So this is real. As we look more into what really triggered this, it is alleged now that there was a tremor, was an earthquake before. Then they're saying that it was a landslide that triggered a tremor. So there's mixed information, but we just got to wait for the experts to really confirm a lot of stuff. And that will only happen in the next coming days. So yeah, it is what it is. Right now, we can only hope for the best for these people in Nepal. And you think, this is across the world, but we have a lot of these nationals here amongst us. And a life is a life. A life is a life. And you got communities that have just been disrupted. Everything has just gone crazy, right in a split second. There was a video that I saw. It looked like some people were working like in a bauxite company. And of course, who was taking a video was trying to shout to someone in one of the bauxite trucks and whistling. They got really, really, really loud. And you could see they obviously abandoned the truck that they were in, and they tried to climb up the hillside. Now, the video cut a little earlier, but it appears from what the images show that two individuals were climbing the side of this mountain, which was very rocky. But it wasn't on an incline that they couldn't have gotten away out of the path, the mud flow at first. And it's just images like that are just coming out that makes you really, really see how fragile life is and how uncertain, how unpredictable a lot of things is in life. So yeah, but yeah, we will continue to follow this for you and keep you abreast. It's flooding social media, just like the thoughts and prayers and all the love continues to go out for Dolly. And there was another movie star that I think passed today as well. I'm like, what's up with anyone who's 80? But yeah, the thoughts and prayers go out to another 80-year-old. I saw it somewhere today, some actor. Please forgive me, but there's a lot of stuff coming in. But what struck me was the fact that this gentleman was also 80 years old and he passed away today. But the world has been shook by the death and the passing of Dolly Parton, and social media sites, Empire State Buildings, everything has just been flooded. Bruce Willis? Okay. I know it was somebody. I saw it somewhere, but thank you for that. Yeah, but it's just, everything is just happening into it's like you can't keep up with what's happening. He has like really pronounced eyes. British actor Tim Curry. That's probably who it is. But yeah, like I said, you can barely keep up with these things, but we just don't want to be dismissive of these happenings. And for the impact that the life of Dolly has had on the world, you realize Buckingham Palace played the Guards. Their band came out and they were playing in her honor, a tribute to her, 9 to 5. And now you're seeing social media handles just going crazy with 9 to 5. I tried playing it yesterday, but for some reason, maybe with this podcast and the live that we have here, it blocked it. So at the beginning yesterday, when I had that rest in peace, Dolly, that you thought it was dead air. Of course, I don't have any controls over that. But when it went live after the live, it cut it. You didn't hear anything, but there was 9 to 5 playing. Like first couple bars were playing in the background. Yeah. So, But that's how it is. I think maybe some relaxation now has actually been lifted, especially with 9 to 5, because of the amount of memes that were coming out after her death. So, but I know immediately when she passed, there were certain things that were blocked. So, yeah. So everybody else, not that they're less, but it just goes to show you the impact that Dolly Parton has had, and her whole life story has been so relatable. Humble beginnings, one of 12 children, raising up in a home without facilities, running water and electricity, and people having to give them food. And she didn't make that break her. And her philanthropic work that she's done and all of that, it's just amazing. People will say, well, why are you so attached? I mean, it's amazing you may have never, ever come into the very same space or room with some of these people, but you grow and have a meaningful relationship through their music, the impact, the words. Certain times in your life, you know, that you were probably going through, the song is relatable relative to so much that you literally watch them on TV, you see different movies, you see them on interviews and stuff, and it's as though you know them. And she was one of those persons that shared a lot of her life, and her life was very public. And you just felt like you had a personal relationship with Dolly. And it speaks volumes in her passing, how the world is reacting to her death. And there are some other memes that makes you really scratch your head to say, people really go on social media and say these things about, but not about her. But yeah, and you're like, wow, you're bold. But yeah, that there are true emotions in her loss, to be honest. And yeah, you just go out there. But yep, you know, it doesn't matter your job, no matter whether or not you're a movie star, death, life, sickness, you could prolong it, yeah, based on your access to insurance, based on how much money you have. But at the end of the day, when it's your time, it's your time. And it's your legacy. It's how you've treated people that really matters. But look at that. Millionaire, billionaire, probably. She could have been a billionaire. Doesn't matter. But she's no longer with us. She's no longer with us. So it kind of makes you look at life totally differently. And living in the moment is always the key. That is the key. Yep. But good evening and welcome to all of you who may be just jumping on to the live with us today. Yes, it is that time as we get into the substantive subject today. But of course, I have to still remind you that it is Open Mic Summer Edition continues here, and it's proudly sponsored by Bridgepoint Immigration Consulting, which means that anytime during this conversation, this presentation, as I bring you up to speed with all that's happening, feel free to call, weigh in on it. If you want to change gears, change the subject a little bit, or weigh in on the conversation, please feel free. Give us a call, 936-8255, and we will definitely, the mic is yours. This is our space as we continue to grow in this space, one episode at a time. Public awareness, we're all for it. Yes, yes, yes. Today is no different, and we are here for it. Welcome, like I said. So we're going to go and break down into something that is big that's it's been announced for the district of West Bay. It's a big education development for all the residents and students in the West Bay district, which, you know, for those of you who may not know this, but West Bay is the largest district of our 3 Cayman Islands. That's the largest district, okay, in Grand Cayman. So right now, we're seeing where there's an expansion for the Sir John A. Cumber Primary School. And they're going to be expanding and extending to the former Kittywinks preschool site is what is being put out in the public's domain. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, and to all of the Sabrina Speaks family, is not just a school announcement, What this is a window into the population growth. And of course, as I said at the beginning, district pressures, education in its own, trying to keep up with demand. And here we are. So congratulations for them. And we're seeing here, this is where it's going to go. And yeah, we can see it. But for those of you, I just like to put a little context into this and share with you based on this, why it matters. Yeah. West Bay is growing fast, like our entire population. And as I said, 9368255, jump in, call in, WhatsApp me at any time. I'm more than happy to take your calls, your messages as well. But West Bay is officially one of the fastest growing districts here in the Cayman Islands. And how I can confidently say this? Because according to the Economics and Statistics Office, West Bay's population in 1970 was only 2,720 residents. West Bay's population in 2024, 19,636 residents. The District of West Bay. 1970, 2,720 residents. And in 2024, 19,636 residents. That's a 622% increase over 5 decades. Now, for more information, West Bay's population in itself, estimated back in like 2023, as we go back, was 18,799 residents. Now that accounted for 21.6% of the overall Cayman's population as of the 2021 census. Okay? West Bay itself accounted for 21.6%. Now, with Cayman's overall population projected to reach 95,000. For some reason, everything that I pulled up is scared of a million, right? 95,000 residents by 2027 is what is forecasted. That is nearly a 40% growth since 2021. And all of this information is based on local available data, right? So when a district like this grows this fast, you can understand this is not a political stunt. This is having the harsh realities. Schools feels it when population like this grows. Classrooms fill up. And we see where waiting list continues to get longer. And we're seeing now where early year space becomes golden, like a golden ticket. So West Bay is not just growing as statistics has it, it's also expanding in ways that requires serious planning. And what we're seeing right here with this announcement and them expanding into the Kiddywinks preschool is very much justifiable. But then others may say, well, what happened to the older years? What happens to what we're seeing in Georgetown and hold on, one step at a time. Statistics prove it where the population is. And I'm quite sure when this decision was made that a lot of those statistics could actually support this decision. Now, what we also see with this is that our Cayman Islands government confirmed that 𝗪 Primary will also expand into this site, as we have here, and that they acquired the property for CI $6.5 million. Now, 3 existing reception classes will move to this new site. And 1 reception class will be added so that they will have a total of 4. There's also the plans for this, and because of this purchase, 2 autism-specific classrooms for Key Stage 1 will also be introduced, and this is expanding beyond the existing Key Stage 2 ASD provisions. Now, based on the article that is placed out, it is known that teachers have already been recruited. So it's not like you have the space and you don't have the teachers. Teachers have already been recruited. And this expansion now is directly responding to the population pressure and projected growth of the district of West Bay. Now you understand why I had to break down the whole statistics and go back? Yes. The minister said clearly that the next 5 to 10 years of West Bay's growth that is caused there is cause for a great deal of concern. And right now, a move of this nature is turning that concern into action and dealing with the problem. So we're no longer just talking about the symptoms. We're actually trying to deal with the problem. Okay? Now, for those of you who are saying, here we go again, more money spending, what this means for you district people in West Bay. More early year space. It has already shown its advantages, okay? It has already proven that. We know the most critical years of any child's education is between 0 to age 6. That is the critical years. Anything that's going to be identified needs to be caught, not only at home, but also into these spaces, right? And into the more early year spaces, reception classes now with this space, with this investments, are usually the ones that fill up the most. You will have persons who, from the time they have a newborn, you will see them actually trying to get and register their newborn into key schools because there is a waiting list. There is a demand, especially if there's one specific school that you want your child to go to, okay? It's good to get in early, be it the Montessori's, be it the government, be it whatever. It doesn't matter. You want to act very quickly because often enough, these early year spaces are oversubscribed. And this expansion now in our public system increases the capacity for 4 to 5 year olds, those critical years. And what it also do is that with the stronger special education support, because we're seeing where this is something we need to look into, 2 new autism-specific classrooms for their Key Stage 1 mean that earlier intervention and smoother transitions are there. Let me tell you something. We need to look at this autism. I know that there's a lot we still don't know about it, but all of a sudden, is it public awareness discussions, groups and stuff, why we're finding out these things? We really need to look more at this. What is causing this? Is it environment? Is it our food? What is it? What is causing this? And like I said, I'm no scientist, I'm no professional, I'm no doctor for sure. But for the amount of persons and children that are now being diagnosed or being on the spectrum is a cause for concern. And I am very concerned of this, but I'm applauding this district for making sure that they can have a stronger special education support. And with this investment, they can have these 2 new autism-specific classrooms for these Key Stage 1, again, giving those kids a fighting chance and being able to have the facilities and not have them isolated or home or just not taken care of. Now, this may be needed as well into other districts as well. But again, these are steps in the right direction. And maybe time to come, as the minister alluded to, that there are other capital projects in the works, and we could possibly be seeing more of these types of classrooms or more educational facilities addressing these needs or other needs within the government systems. But I have to applaud them for this, to be honest. In regards to this as well, you've seen where they have moved and added additional classrooms off the existing campus and have now placed them at this new location. This aids positively in reducing of overcrowding, because what this will do is that the 𝗀𝗍𝗃 sites, having acquired this property, adds multiple and additional classrooms and more additional outdoor learning spaces as well. And in addition to this, with all of these positive things, building a new school would take for years. So if you look at what's in close proximity to the existing campus, purchasing the 𝗀𝗍𝗃s allowed for immediate expansion, which they locked out, I must say. If it was that easy for all of the other areas, if it was that easy. So this is one of those moments that I know you could say, gee, some 6.5 million. Oh God, why they had to do that? They couldn't get, look at it. Look at it from the bigger picture, right? Look at it. This is really one of those moments where the government moved very quickly and West Bay benefits directly. But look at this, not only is West Bay, look at the island benefiting widely from this. We got a caller. Good evening, caller. You're live on Sabrina Speaks. What's on your mind, my dear?
Agnes.
What happened?
I don't know 𝗏𝗏𝗏 in person. I only used to listen to her music over the years. Out of the country women, she was one of my favorite, not my favorite. I have a few. But with her family, I feel it for them because I didn't know her, but I put people in my shoes. How I feel when anybody, for me, deceased. Whether I know the person or not, I got that thing about me that I put them in my shoe, and I understand that nobody wants their loved one to die, and I feel for them how I would feel. So I say that, and then I've been in a crying mood, I don't know, for a few days. So I had to cry last week when I saw it like that. My daughter called me because she knows how I was with her coat of many colors. So like I say, I do know her people. I saw her nephew when he was talking last night, and I cried with him because that is a good thing for nobody. Whether I know the person or not, I feel sorry that they could be from Timbuktu. And I hear that somebody I want to see sometimes. If it's somebody that I watch, like how I used to watch her or listen to her, I cry because I'm an easy cry. And like I say, I sympathize with people. And I've been crying now for the last couple of days. And I gotta say why. But I'm in a good situation with me, not good. So, but I feel God thanks for breathing. And it's what it is. But I feel bad for Dory. And then to see how some people think, because I shouldn't say this, but because they were criticizing last night, because every time they put up, because Trump ordered the flag to fly half-mast for the whole week, and some stupid ones come up saying, well, she wasn't a government person, and she wasn't this, and she wasn't that, but she was a country star. Her thing is on the Walk of Fame up in I am forgetting. No, wait, it's Vegas, whatever. So she was a big person, and she contributes a lot to charities for poor kids, for elderly and stuff. So why not? I mean, if he's the president and if he orders to do it, well, they have to do it. But should only be for people of government and military and whatever. No, she's a big person. She was known over the world. If they see the tributes and the teddy bears and the roses and the whatever that were put in places, why would people be so hateful?
That's the world we're living in right now, Miss Shelma. That is unfortunate.
And not even that to kingdom.
Yeah.
I say that. I mean, she was a big person, and then she is because she known all. Look at the many people she sing with. She sing with Kenny Rogers. She sing with Conway Twitty. She sing with Mel Phillips. She sing with Alan Jackson. She's in there, all big country stars like herself. Blake Shelton, all of them. So why? Why? You know what I mean? Yes, she comes from poor,
Humble beginnings.
Yes, she was a 12th child out of the 12. It's crazy to have it. And then I see her siblings, the front ones that were alive, that were out there talking and things. But then, like I said, and look where she is. I don't know if she was a billionaire, but she was wealthy. She had money. But then, see, well, like, money can't save you, because I understand she died from the soul sickening cancer, whatever, which Alan Jackson got it, George June got it, Ronnie Dunn got it. It looked like that would kill all of us. So I don't know why people like that, but I feel it. I feel it for people, and I cry. I cry last night.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I explained that earlier on, where people draw connection to persons over the years. You raised up hearing, you raised up hearing her music. You see her on TV, you see her in movies, and a lot of the music you can relate to. And you're connected. You may not have ever been in her presence, but you grow fond of her. And you feel the loss to know that she's no longer with us. That's fine. Yeah.
And I didn't know Donald's son, but I
Robbie.
cried the day that he died. That's because I walked there when he died. And I put it like if it were my son, because I know how she, I would imagine how she feels. So I put people in my own feelings like that. But I don't know, some people, I don't know. So I swear some people are going to heart, because they're nothing to them. They don't care. And then that's one road we all got to go. We don't know when, where, nor what, and don't care whether we rich, we poor, we like church mouse, or whatever. Like my mother always used to say, that's one thing in life that is fair. And we don't know when, where, nor what, but that's one thing that we have to do. As long as you live, one day you're going to die. Which nobody can get used to it. And to me, it's a terrible thing. It shouldn't have to be, but it's to be. They say, "Que sera, sera." Whatever will be, will be. And that's one of the things that's going to be. I don't know. But I can't put my thing on the world, because people are full of prunes. I don't know. But anyway.
Once you remain true to yourself, 𝗪𝗫, and you always have, if you don't have anything nice to say, then say nothing at all. Have a pure heart. Have a clean heart. Yeah, have a clean heart. And you know what? That people will be people. And if we have to worry about what people have to say many a times, you would never get anywhere in life. I wouldn't show up here. I wouldn't continue to show up. You know, you just wouldn't get out of bed. You wouldn't, if you have to make what others think, that's stop you from enjoying life that you've been blessed to be given. Don't you give anybody that power. No, we're in control, but we all go through lows. We all go through our ups and our downs. You, my love, have been going through a lot. And it is these things that will trigger you emotionally, because you are fighting your own battles as it is on a daily basis. So these things make you realize how fragile life is. So yes, it is fine to cry. It is very fine.
Because things are looking good, neither. That's why when I went to the hospital yesterday, I was all crying. The doctor nurse asked me, "What happened? Why are you crying?" But I'm not saying that to her. And right now, I'm trying to get myself together to go up again. I don't want to go, but I have to go.
Well, just take it one day. Just take one day at a time, 𝗪𝗫, and just be strong. Just be strong.
Sometimes I find in God's face, but I wonder why these things have to happen to people. I don't know, because it's not easy. I can tell anybody that got a heart that it's not easy. Now I know, since I've been through all of this, I like I said, I always used to sympathize and kind of like think I feel what people can feel, but now I know. I definitely.
But you have been your husband's primary caregiver from day one, and just like Dolly Parton, she has been her partner's primary caregiver throughout of all of his sickness. He died just a year ago. You understand?
And they're looking at primary caregivers now and looking at the toll it has on them emotionally, physically, mentally. And yeah, it's okay for you to lose it. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to cry. It's okay. It's fine.
I may get a little easier, but you never forget to love one if you really had care for them and whatever. You never forget that. Long as you live, because long as my mother been there, sometimes I cry still.
Mm-hmm. There is no blueprint for how you deal with these things, and especially when it's a loved one and you're there, you know them, you have been, your entire life has been with your husband, Mr. 𝗵𝗿, and he's now battling this disease of cancer. And you've seen him in his ups, his downs. You guys have gone through, you got 2 beautiful children. At the end of the day, here he is at the mercies of faith. And you are there. So it's okay.
This month was 5 years from my poor brother. I had to cry then, remembering him. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. You will have these days where you are in the low and certain fragrances may trigger, certain music may trigger you. There's just certain events or you remember something that will trigger you. Don't hold it back. That's life. That's life.
Right now I feel like my head got exposed, but they're telling me about better cry it out.
Yes, you better. Yeah, don't hold it in. Meaning, when I say that's life, these triggers, your body, the mechanism for crying is a way of healing. It's a way of expression. And you don't have to make any excuse or give any disclaimer or give an explanation to anyone, 𝗪𝗫. You're only responsible for 𝗪𝗫.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, I understand. But some people are, I don't know.
That's okay. Don't you worry about people. You just worry about one person. Continuing to be there for your husband and continuing to be there for yourself.
I will tell a laugh, whatever.
That's right. That's right. And our thoughts and prayers are always with you. The Sabrina Speaks family is always here for you. And Miss 𝗪𝗫, there's one thing I applaud you for. You have always shared this journey with us. And I don't know. I'm just happy we are here. We are here with you. We stand with you. And we just want you to know, you may be there in person, but I can assure you there's so much people that are on this live, that are on this platform religiously, have you in their thoughts and prayers. And they may not say it all the time, but you are not alone. You're never alone. Remember that.
And God is blessed so he can bless them more for having a heart.
Exactly. Yeah. Miss Lisa Brightly is weighing in and saying, good evening, Sabrina. Let 𝗪𝗫 know that God is her strength and her comfort on her journey. She is giving her husband her roses while he can see them. And even hearing her voice, tears are language that God understands. Also, Anne Stevens is weighing in as well, 𝗪𝗫. She's saying, 𝗪𝗫, I hope you feel better and I pray that things get better for you and your family. I too go through hardships, sickness. Let's pray for each other. Okay. And she's showing that angry face. Yeah, Annie has her share. I'm so proud of you, Annie. You've done so well. I am so proud. So people can understand. A lot of the people can relate to you, 𝗪𝗫. And you just want to know, not because people are not on, so vocal on these platforms talking, but this is an outlet. This is a way where we can heal. We are together, even though we're not in each other's space. And we just want you to know that we're here. Exactly. Damien Henry says prayers goes out to you as well. Yeah.
If people don't appreciate me or bash me, whatever, I can voice what I need to voice. Anyway, I thank everybody, and I don't want to hold your show up, but yes, it's not easy.
That's fine.
Sabrina.
That's fine.
I'm very depressed, very upset, whatever.
I'm happy that you found this place.
Everybody that was allowed one this week, last week, next month, and another thing. My daughter's birthday is on Sunday, but I don't know what birthday she got. How she's a Virgo, like Miss Dawn too.
Okay.
She's the 38th, and then Mr. Edmund King, he's the 29th.
Okay.
He's a day. Also, they have birthday. He have Saturday, and my daughter's Sunday.
Well, if she wants, we will share. We will celebrate with her either the Friday or the Monday. We will respectfully, but if she doesn't want, not everybody wants to public attention. Just with her permission, we're more than happy to celebrate her with you.
She might be soon coming too, so I don't know.
Okay, my love.
You have to see the doctor tomorrow, but I don't know. Been good, Miss Sabrina.
Just, we're here for you, Miss 𝗪𝗻𝗂.
All right. Okay,
all right, my love. Keep us posted.
Bye.
God bless.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oof. Let me tell you something. That is what I love about you guys. That's what I love about this space. We may not be in each other's space, but I'm so happy that people can feel the love, the appreciation, the comfort in just coming here and just expressing their true feelings, and that we are here as a community, even though it's virtual. It just goes to show the power of spaces like this. And like I tell you, I have learned so much in the past couple of days with having these open mic segments, summer edition, where we stop. This is our space. This is our community, that it has yielded to so much moments like this. I just want to thank you for your understanding. I want to thank each and every one of you for your patience as well, because it is more spaces like this. Not everybody is going to want to be public, but it's just a little time to take out to get that off, to cry it out, and to know and feel, yes, the virtual love, the warmth, the genuine care, the listening ear, and to know that she's not alone is priceless. Sometimes that's all people need. That's all they need, is to know that you're there, they're being heard, they're appreciated. That makes a difference. I can't tell you what she is going through, but I know the pain. I know what it is to lose loved ones. I know what it is to care for loved ones and just watch them just fade away. I know that hurt. So I'm just very thankful that this space is here. And I hope you all appreciate and understand our true purpose. And thank you for all of the comments of love and support that you're sharing. But yeah, thank you. It means the world to that person who is going through the low. Damien shared his candid moment with us as well, Damien Henry. And he was right there. He was right there. He understands. He understands. Like so much more of you, I'm sure, understand. Yes. Oh, I took it that you were angry at the disease of cancer. That's fine. That's fine. Because some people are angry at that word cancer. And I thought that was what it was. No, that's fine. I took it as cancer. I didn't take it anyhow else, my love, Annie. Yeah. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I took it as cancer. I didn't take it any way else, but thank you for the clarification. The phone lines continue to be wide open if you want to weigh in, be it on another topic or just give love and support to Miss 𝗪𝗻𝗂 and anyone who's navigating a challenging time. You may be actually not feeling well and you just want to air it. You just want to just get it off your chest. We're here. 936-8255 is the number to call in. You can also WhatsApp us live there as well. We are one family. This is the space. This is our space. And you're safe here. You are very safe here. And that is what I love about this, for the candor, for the acceptance. And yes, Annie is agreeing she hates cancer. It is just one of those things. But as we see technology, we see where science, we see where different discoveries are actually coming to pass. We're just hoping that, eventually this could be a thing of the past, and that many persons will be diagnosed early intervention, be it lifestyle, habit changes, environmental impacts. We're realizing where public health is far reaching. Stress levels as well is triggering so much things into people, which is why you never know what somebody is shouldering. Just be kind, because you never, ever know what somebody is going through. Yeah, you never know. But like I said, 936-8255. You can call us live, or you can also WhatsApp call us. You can send us a WhatsApp message. I'd be more than happy to share any words of encouragement with her or whomever, if you feel free to join in. Yeah, no shame here at all. And yeah, certain things trigger. But as we go back and we look at the addition to the Sir John A. Cumber Primary School, as we were alluding to before that caller called, they have expanded. Great things are happening in the district of West Bay. And let's take a look at the bigger picture for what this actually means, because from a constitutional standpoint, I applaud the minister and the government for seeing the need in general, but there is enshrined in the Constitution for the Cayman Islands. I chuckled only because I keep remembering Danny when he say, it's not our Constitution. We didn't write it, yada, yada, yada. So I'm very cautious with my words. PTSD is real. But the Constitution of the Cayman Islands has enshrined in it the constitutional right to education. Yes. And that can be found in Article 20 of the Cayman Islands Constitution, which guarantees free and compulsory primary education for Caymanian children. Did you guys know that? Yeah. Education directed at full human development. This is the constitutional side of things. And our government school system improvements, such as these, and based on, again, I'm all about research and making sure we have the right information, statistics, and recent data. It shows, as I alluded to at the beginning, in case you're just joining us, that 18.4%, that 18.4% point improvement in reading outcomes since 2022. So we've seen an improvement in our education system where reading is concerned. Now, hold on. Still a lot of way to go. There's still a ways to go. And this is why this is going to be the official kickoff academic year of parental involvement. Yeah, it doesn't start and end in the classroom. It doesn't. Education and training and discipline and that sort of stuff, learning does not start and end once you get on the campus. It continues when it's home, when those children come home. And parental and guardianship involvement has to be the mantra moving forward from 2026 and beyond. Yes. Grammar, other statistics that we have, grammar, punctuation, and spelling improved from 58% to 68% over the past 3 years. Yeah. And this is a marked improvement. Yeah. Despite there being shorthand, you no longer do cursive writing and that sort of stuff, we have seen this improvement, which is good. It speaks volumes for us. But even that 18.4 percentage point improvement in reading, that's an outcomes from 2022, is saying we're doing something right. And that can only be enhanced and continue to improve if we do it collectively. Parental involvement, They're saying facilities don't necessarily enhance grades and that sort of stuff, but it does aid if we are able to be a jurisdiction like the Cayman Islands to have proper facilities in order to aid in positive outcomes. Now, if you look back at this, when did the free lunch program start? Was it in 2021? Now, can we attribute some of these positive returns where these children now are being properly fed at schools, that could have some form of a positive impact on the results and outcomes? Children, it is proven, cannot learn on an empty stomach. And with that program being implemented in 2021, and hello, I'm quite sure it's going to be positively impacting some of these results, because it did say 18.4 percentage point improvement in reading outcomes since 2022. When was the feeding implemented? 2021. You're not going to see the results immediately. So those results, by feeding those children, making sure all of these children have access to food, breakfast, break, lunch. And I got some information that even in the evenings now, some of those kids, and this is nothing to be ashamed of, are able to take something at home because that's the meal that they have. This is nothing to be ashamed of. And we don't need any other students to look at these children that may actually benefit from this feeding program as anything less that has to be fed by the school. That is maturity. What you need to do is to give thanks that your household is in that position that you don't need to actually take that food home. It is nothing to be ashamed of. That's good citizens. And don't use it to bully those kids who are less fortunate. Because we all have to live in our society together, even after you graduate. And there will be some with more than others, and there will be some with less. Inside the school compound is a preparation for the real world outside. And not everybody was born with a spoon. I'm not even going to put the quality of spoon in their mouth. Okay? Not everybody was born with a spoon in their mouth. So these are all of the things that we have to be grateful for, that needs the funding, positive outcomes for these buildings, environment, access to food. And when you look at the Constitution, it is enshrined there, making sure that at least the early stages is free. Yeah. Now, we have the upcoming opening of the new Layman E. Scott High School, that it's nearing completion, and the minister announced that that should open its doors in 2027. Now, the year 2027 is all what was shared. We don't know if it's going to be for the academic year of 2027, or will it be handover sometime in 2027? I don't know. More information to come. And these are capital projects. In addition to that as well, the new hall at the Joanna Clark Primary School should begin soon. All of these things require budgeting. But what is it doing to the next generation, to our future leaders, to our future men and women? You're funding these capital projects for these buildings that will then ease the pressure. And in many cases, I have been at Savannah Primary School into their hall, and I can be honest with you, for the amount of children that are going there, I grapple. How can they fit? How do they fit? How do they make it work? But they do. And now, after a clarion call that something needs to be done, it is said that the beginning of the Joanna Clark Primary School new hall is soon to begin. And that is something, too, that I'm quite sure we will update you on, and you will see the benefits from that. Now, to say that they don't need additional classrooms and all that sort of stuff to deal with special needs or those persons on the spectrum, I think that needs to be looked at throughout all of the school. Prospect Primary, to the best of my knowledge, they have an area. They actually have a corridor for sensory and with things on the floor and things on the wall. I stand to be corrected unless it changed. But they were actually outfitting a part of the corridor that could help these children that are on the spectrum. I'm seeing one of our commenters here who are saying that he's saying hi, and I am also an autism patient. Thank you for joining the live. Yes, we have to do it together. We must do it together. I agree with you. And yes, we have to. And this includes community participation, community support, but more so at the round table with your elected arm. Yeah, because now you see the outcomes. Remember now, some of the things were huge national headlines. Pros, cons, why is it costing this? Why is it look, eventually it already gone. We have to embrace certain things. And now we've already seen the positive returns from this latest investment in 𝗬𝗏𝗡. We have the statistics that puts context to it, that validates the move, and what else is next to come. There's some issues going on with Georgetown Primary School, because you know it's gonna keep coming. As nationally our population continues to grow, I'm quite sure that we will, once the minister gets the support. Not everything can happen in one term now, for the record. But the key is, let's say come 2029, certain things are yet to be completed. What will be a disaster is that things just go to a complete halt and it's no longer a priority. And this is why there are just certain projects, certain things in your country, education, healthcare. Yes, I can look at those two just for example, not prioritizing anything. We know the importance of our financial industry. We know the importance of our tourism industry. But where I'm going with this, things that have started especially for health, for education, you see where I'm going with this? Should be a top priority for continuity, even if leadership changes. Because if nationally you care for education, example, healthcare, and preserving, example, the financial industry, what are the, let's say, 3 to 4 key pillars in any country's economy? Education, healthcare, well, in this case, how we have designed the financial sector, how we make our income, yeah. Then it doesn't matter what government gets in. There are just certain things when you look at it, if you really have your country and the people at heart, it shouldn't matter which administration, which minister started anything, because you have the political maturity and the personal maturity to see the positive impact it will have on the people and your country. And in this case, when it comes to education, when it comes to healthcare, I've always said, even in my short stint, there is no place for politics when it comes to healthcare. For those of you who followed me, whether you liked me then or you don't like me now, or you love me now and you didn't love me then, whatever the case may be, Put that aside. If you followed me during that time, I kept saying there's no place for politics when it comes to healthcare. Yeah. Accountability, adequate funding, value for money. Yes. Making sure you have the responsibility to make sure you govern the people's money. That's a responsibility, so it's not wastage. But access, affordability. Everybody starts off at the same level of being able to access healthcare and be treated with dignity, not looked at as less because you tap into your country's services, where constitutionally there is a responsibility. There's no shame in that. Let me bring this home to reality right now. You really feel our lovely little Dolly give 2 shakes of a duck's tail whether or not she was in a hospital gown or whether or not there were rhinestones on her gown? I'm just bringing it back to humanity. And that is the same perspective that we need to look at in governance when it comes to taking care of your country, when it comes to taking care of your people. There's just certain things where there should be no negotiation on. Education and healthcare. Access to should be one of those things where it doesn't matter. Yeah, because if you get a good education and a good educated society, don't you feel persons would be in a better position to make better choices? Keeping people dumb and under your thumb doesn't help anybody. No. The more you empower and educate the people, the less ignorance, the more compliance, the more cooperation, the more you will get out of your society. And this is why I take the time to give this space, to break certain things down. As boring sometimes as you all may feel, there's a reason I take the time. I don't care how you feel about me. Just don't miss the message. Don't overlook the takeaways. You know how to like me? That's okay. Listen to the message. There are takeaways that I will never get on here, that what I'm sharing with you is not in the best interest based on the topic at hand. No, I would never do that. But I feel the world would be so much a better place if we would just sit back sometimes and just respect each other a little bit more and stop making ego over power. Stop making greed over power. Stop making decisions for oneself instead of making decisions for a greater good. Stop making decisions out of bad mind. And you lose the good of everything. Because at the end of the day, one thing's for certain. We all are going to leave it behind at some point. What legacy will you leave behind based on the decisions you make? You may be a human resources manager. You may be the director of a department. How are you going to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? How you treated people? Yeah. That's profound. And when you look at investments like this, we're giving the next generation a chance. Yeah. We see here in the Cayman Islands, like so many other sectors, education continues to evolve, and it's evolving. But it's just not limited to West Bay. That's across all districts. And, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that I was able to connect the dots so that everyone can understand the full landscape. And for full disclosure, this episode was only inspired because of that article. Yeah. This episode, and because we were talking about back to school and all of that sort of stuff, and I'm like, that's good. Let me dig deeper. Just let me dissect the article and look at it. And let me put the statistical thing to justify it because, controlling the narrative. Let's deal with facts. So the minister, the administration has nothing to do with this episode or even previous episodes. If you notice, a lot of the episodes here, I bring solo. I take the time, whatever they put out, I try to get a grasp and understanding of it. I do my research, I go and I dig. I get help, of course, from different tools, various sites, and I deliver it here for civic and public awareness. Yes, this is not anything that's solicited to steer you in any way. And hence, you will notice the tone is non-political, unbiased, and just giving you an awareness and keeping it factual. This is what's in the public's domain. And there's always a silver lining in everything. So this is not sponsored by the ministry. This is not sponsored by the administration or any government. No. This is just for public awareness based on the news article. Yeah. We still have a lot to be thankful for here. And without repeating a lot that was shared this week as we prepare to go back for school and as the summer comes to an official end, I think we can call it an official end when all schools go back, right? And then we know we're in full throttle, even though that's today. But for some reason, Monday is the golden day. This is like, okay, let's get the kids back into the classrooms. Let's get them to talk, all they can talk and share their experiences. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, send them home, make them get that into the routine over the weekend. And then Monday morning, that's when it starts going. Smart. I like it. I really do. So, but yeah, we still have a lot to be thankful for because here in the Cayman Islands, all of our schools pretty much do have uniform policies. And, this goes back as far as it being modernized and formalized as far back as 2018. Yeah. And that was included here for the Cayman Islands under the National Dress Code Policy. Yeah. So I did some digging. I went back to 2018. And these, for our government schools, proper fitting uniforms, knee-length skirts, even though for some reason, either the kids are growing by the time they get into the gates, but I'm seeing that these things are getting a little shorter. But yeah, knee-length skirts, shirts should be tucked in. And then the color of the shoes. Are you going back to those things? I had to confirm that about the color of the black shoes and that sort of stuff. No excessive jewelry. Remember these bandanas, these scarves that used to be red and blue and yellow that represent certain affiliation with some groups and stuff like that? No gang-related items. We had a proliferation of gang-related activities once upon a time. And for some reason, now we have seen that completely died down or has died down. I regress. We have seen a decline in those. And I can only say publicly, thank God. But yeah, when it comes to mohawks and shaved lines and words and all that sort of stuff and beads and all that sort of stuff, I just ask for the parents to adhere to these and to the students to also adhere. There's a time and place for all of this when you become adults, when you graduate, when you're out there in the world. But yeah, Nobody's judging you based on for education purposes, whether or not you got the beautiful designs in your hair front, whether or not you got on acrylics or not, whether or not you got lashes or weave or anything like that. Nobody in school. They just want you to be there to learn. And a lot of the time, some of these things are cool, but they're very distracting, even to your peers, your friends. Well, wow, that's cool. Your family makes you get away with that. I wish my mama and dad would be like that. No, that's a distraction. Even though it's conversational, that's a distraction. So we're asking for the parents, please, 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 to join in this and try to get that atmosphere back to what school, a learning institution is, and not a fashion show. Yes, things and times have changed, don't get me wrong, but sometimes things just go a little too far, a little too far. So again, that's for our females or girls. Boys must maintain low haircuts. That is preferred, but we know that sometimes, or if you got long hair and it's braided, fine. Just make sure that it's nicely kept. And whether or not you disagree with some of these things, and the pants, for God's sake, pull them up to your waist. What are you trying to show? We don't want to see if you're wearing jockeys or Ralph Lauren or Fruit of the Loom or whatever loom brief, because you got the wide band, Ralph Lauren, polo, whatever it is. I don't know, whatever, Speedos, I don't know. But we don't need to see that. That's your business. Just pull your pants up and tighten your belt, not on your hips, but your waist. It's amazing the attention that you would get. Yeah, you think it's cool? That's okay. Do that when you're outside. Do that when you're on the weekend and you're going to wherever with your friends or but when you are on the campus, it would be just nice to just see everybody adhering to all of the rules. And parents, you have a responsibility. So yeah, when you look again at the Cayman Islands as a whole, and where we see our numbers continue to grow, and we will continue to see pressures for enhancements as time goes. And I'll just take 10 minutes to do this for you so that you'll see in time to come, West Bay is not going to be the only place. It continues. There is population pressure that is at hand. Let me break it down district for you. Georgetown, based on the 2021 census, Georgetown grew by 49.1%. West Bay, 21.6%. Bordentown, 20.9%. Yeah, that's based on the 2021 census. And we're seeing where the district growth rates from 2010 to 2021, Bordentown was 40.8%. Bordentown. That is the district growth rates, how fast they are growing. And West Bay is 36.6 and East End is 31.2. Now, projected national growth in population pressure. 2026, 93,273 residents. And it's forecasted for 2027 to be 95,066 residents. So, putting it all together, my friends, schools are not just buildings. We're going to be feeling the strains on our roads, feeling it in our supermarkets, as we go to certain restaurants, as we try to access certain services. You are going to feel the difference. As you're on the road, you are going to see and you're going to feel it. At the gas stations, you're going to see it. Yeah. So it's not just limited to school buildings. They are infrastructure. And infrastructure must match the population. Roads, docks, all of this is all tying in. Yeah. So kudos to the minister. Kudos to everyone who supported this, for the effective ASD provisions as well for those persons who have special needs in the education, and inclusion is right there. Now, West Bay definitely got it locked. And we're hoping that we can see this being extended throughout the other districts as well. And with the new expansion, with all of this ASD support, it's a huge win. It's a huge win for these children and also for these families. So, yeah. But that brings us to the end of today's episode of Sabrina Speaks. I hope that you were enlightened at some of these statistics that are shared with you, put it all into perspective. And of course, we want to remind those parents of the government school banned all mobile phones due to classroom disruptions. We're just making sure that you remember that, and you don't want to be the one who's got caught and get your phone confiscated, or God forbid, you keep breaking the rule and you end up being suspended. So yes, please, please, please make sure that your uniforms are in check, that you follow the rules and all of that sort of stuff. And, we can only wish for a very good 2026, 2027 academic year. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. I want to thank you for joining me here this evening. Looking forward. Sorry, I'm trying to pull that out. Looking forward to Thursday as we welcome and usher in the weekend. Oh my God, it sounds like I said this a couple days ago. Just a couple minutes ago. We were saying that last week, Thursday. And here we are again, midweek, as we look forward to another weekend coming up here. We could soon be hearing Christmas carols. Someone tells me who's away that now they're putting out Halloween stuff and Christmas decorations at the same time. Now, what a mess. Can you imagine? They're putting out Halloween and Christmas decorations at the same time. So again, it just shows, oh, these images are beautiful. Our friend is sharing with us some beautiful sunset images here this evening as we say goodbye. Good evening, my love.
Good evening, Miss Sabrina and Cayman.
Yes.
I sent you a song. Send that to Miss Shelma. I think you have probably her number.
I will. I will forward it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's called Keep the Faith. It's been remastered through AI, and it's being used, I think, this time around behind Bike Robber Miss World. But Miss Shelma, just as the song says, we all go through times in life where sometimes we just need to feel the love from afar, I think, and too little, we as humanians or as humans, we forget that we all have that side where there are times we need to feel love and we need to hear it. And this comes from me. I have passed through the airport many times, so I know who Miss Shelma is. And we have talked many times over the years. And Miss Shelma, this is for you because life can be challenging for all of us at times. But know that people genuinely care and love and respect one another. And we need to say it sometimes so people can feel it because we don't know, it might be us tomorrow with whatever we face. So Miss Shelma, keep the faith. Listen to the song tonight. If you have a cup of tea or if you have a cup of juice or whatever to wind the night down, put your legs up in your special little chair, put the song on, and play it as long as you want, and just listen to the words and know that people care, because we as humans need to say that a lot more.
True.
And I just want to say this, Cayman has grown. We've grown, and we have to somehow get a hold of the growth, and it's good to see that something else is being acquired to help with the overcrowding of the school. So changes are coming, and we all will disagree sometimes with something, because none of us will agree on everything, but we can always disagree to disagree, but we can always respect one another's
exactly point of view,
choice
opinions,
and view. And I think that would get us a lot longer and a lot further in a lot of things and a lot quicker if we just actually learned to listen sometimes and learn to just do what we have to do, because it takes all of us to make this work. And life in general is hard. It's hard for everybody because no one knows what someone else is facing. Did the world know that we were waking up 2 days ago to this news that I figured something was wrong? I didn't know what. Look, took the family 2 days to say she died of cancer, but that was the way Mrs. Dolly Parton wanted it done. And her family respected that. And I saw today, and I'll wrap up, Buckingham Palace honored her.
Yeah.
They did 9 to 5, and it just goes to show the scope.
Correct.
She was a poor little girl, but like she said, she was poor in material things, but love her family was never poor of. So when we listen to her songs, let us remember that she came from where some of us have come with nothing. And look where she wound up. And she gave back. She continued to go back to where she grew up. And as she says, I was never embarrassed to say where I was from.
Correct.
Or how I live. So I'll leave it there. And as we respect her and listen to her music, because she has given us a voice, that's her voice. She has left that for us. So we should honor that.
Yes.
And she said, I cannot imagine. She said she pulled off of the highway when she heard when Whitney Houston had redone her song, I Will Always Love You. She says, how could someone take those little words from a little country girl or something, she said, and do that? She said she was shocked. So I leave it there. If we learn to just give sometimes when we see someone or hear someone, just a simple something. And this song, Michelle, that just listen to it. It talks about life, but it is a song that brings you peace, and it tells you, no matter how long the road may seem that you go down sometimes, you just keep the faith, because that's what you have to do. So keep the faith, Michelle. Thank you, Miss Sabrina.
Thank you, my love.
Have
and
a
what I'll
pleasant
do,
evening.
just in case, if you don't mind, I will share the link as well below.
Yeah, you can
so
share
others
it. It's AI
can actually,
generated,
yes.
but they're using it, I think, behind Miss World.
Okay.
But it to me, Miss Julia Morley has always gotten what her pageant meant. Beauty with a purpose comes with a cause. They want to do better for the world and for the children and for the countries these young women come from. And they all have their own platforms. But to see the song choices that have been made this year, it shows that the organization is in tune with the world.
What's happening around the world.
And they are trying to bring everyone together.
Yeah.
And our own Miss Cayman World got into the top 60 of the top model thing. And they're supposed to do 40. And that's happening on the 28th. And you can watch it, I think, on the YouTube channel, and you can watch it on the Miss World channel on Facebook. So
thank you.
That's how they're doing it. But she's doing a phenomenal job.
I think I saw one commentator said that they loved her evening gown. I think it was all white, and he said something about she's underrated, but she's someone to watch. And this was a commentator who were saying like she's gorgeous. She wore that dress like
there is a group where she comes out in the evening gown, and I'm just continually watching it because all the white that are in the evening
that one was
gown,
a nice white one.
Hers was it fit her body because one of the commentators says, oh my God, look at this young lady. She is he just said it like she's the Black Barbie. She was from one of the African countries. And it's not disrespect. Some of these young women are so beautiful.
Exactly.
It's like Miss Trinidad and Tobago knocked it out of the water. And how I knew she had won, you see the video where they all have spoken, and she was the last one. And Miss Julia Morley sitting down, I think she's got her legs crossed in the second row, I think. and you got to watch her because Miss Julia is very tricky. She just does things quickly, and you got to learn her moves. Miss Julia just moved her head a little with her hand under, and that meant she was the winner for it.
Oh, wow.
So Miss Trinidad got that, and they're all some of the African countries, the Asian ones. I mean, it's going to be a tough thing to judge this year. And
I can really be honest with you. I don't follow them because I know. It's not like it's not national pride and you're not proud of RK Manu, but I just don't follow it. Yeah, but thank you for filling me in.
Yeah, I like to see you learn so much when you listen to them because of where they've come from. Some of these young ladies come from these little villages in Africa, and they're on the world stage. So
yeah, there we have
congratulations
it. Thank you, my love.
Gordon, for doing us proud, and thank you always, Miss Sabrina.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, be safe on the roads, everyone, and you have a good evening.
You too. Thank you for the lovely pictures, which I shared while you were speaking. Thank you. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, that concludes it. We're 5 minutes in overtime again. Happy International Dog Day. And yes, some dogs have all the lot. From all of us here on the Sabrina Speaks family, I say good evening. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yes, please have a good evening. And as that caller says, be safe on the roads. Yes, and even in the morning, please, 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 please. Deal with it cautiously. Leave home a little earlier. Good night. God bless. Love you lots. See you tomorrow.
That's a wrap for today's edition of Sabrina Speaks. Thank you for tuning in and for being part of the conversation. Remember, the dialogue doesn't stop here. Stay engaged, stay informed, and most importantly, stay empowered. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m., same time, same place, right here on CMR TV and radio, where your voice matters and your truth is heard. Until then, K-Man, take care of yourself and each other.
That's it for today's edition of Sabrina Speaks, where your voice matters, your story counts, and your truth is always welcome. Join us weekdays from 5 until 6:30 p.m. right here on CMR TV, as we dive into the topics that matter most to you. Catch the show live or on demand at cmrtv.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram so you never miss a moment. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always speak your truth.